What's up guys, Coach Drew here. So many of you guys have been asking me, what do you do when you beat your primary defender and a secondary defender rotates over? What I'd like to say is first and foremost, if you have the option of straight line driving and finish at the rim, or straight line driving and then drawing contact and get into the free throw line, those are always option 1 and 2. Too many times people see a rotating defender and they slow up and try to do too much. Keep it simple. If you can finish at the rim or draw contact, always do so. Obviously, passing options are going to occur too, so if the rotating defender leaves a guy where you can throw a lob, throw a bounce pass, or hit a shooter, those things are first and foremost as well. Now, 3 finishing moves that we can do to personally score if we need to challenge that secondary defender. So if I beat my primary defender right here, I'm attacking down, I see a secondary defender rotating over, the first move we're going to talk about is a pro hop. It's a great move for any level. The reason I like it is because basically we do 2 controlled jump stops. Now you're probably asking, how can we do 2 jump stops? Because we're going to maintain our dribble on the first one. So if I'm driving down right here, my dribble is alive, I dribble at the same time as my first jump stop. So the ball stays alive. So I could technically still boom and keep going right there. But what we're going to do is we're going to pound dribble at the same time, and then we're going to hop as long, not as high, as long as we can to create separation and get ourselves in an advantageous position to finish. So if I'm right here, pound dribble, ball and feet. Now I either rip the ball low or high based on my defender's hands. If their hands are low, I rip high. If my defender's hands are high, I rip low. So I'm going to show you both. If his hands are high, which a lot of times they're rotating over, they're trying to challenge your shot, we're going to simply pound dribble, hop, boom, land on 2. Notice where I am, the ball, my body, and then the defender. I always want to keep the ball protected, and then I finish with my outside hands. If my defender's hands are low, so maybe they're kind of setting up for a charge, or their hands are wide, taking away bounce passing options, then I would go bounce, boom, up. Every time I land on 2. Too many players get called for travels because they go right here. If you hear a 1-2 count, the ref is going to call it a travel at every level besides the NBA. In the NBA, they even started to call that a travel sometimes. So the first one's a pro hop. Let me show you that a little more full speed. I'm driving down, boom, pound, boom, and then finish at the rim. That's a great move just to simply avoid your guy, get separation, and then finish. The second one is, say we're driving middle. So now I'm driving middle, I beat my defender, secondary defender kind of steps up a little bit. If I don't have that passing option, the lob or the bounce pass to my big, and I want to finish, I know that it's going to be hard to finish right there against that secondary defender because he's taller, longer, bigger, stronger, whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cross step. So I'm driving down, you've seen James Harden do it a ton. Ball and feet hit at the same time again. So it's ball and feet, boom. It's the exact same thing as a pro hop, except for this time we're just going to take a step instead of hopping. So if I'm right here, back up in slow motion, I step, I hop, boom, and then take 1 cross step, long and low, and then just quickly finish at the rim. Half speed, I'm right here, drive down, ball hits, boom, and finish at the rim. And then if I go full speed right here so you can see what the cross step looks like in full speed, I drive down, boom, right there, and then finish at the rim. The third option is the fake cross step. Now this time we're not gonna end up doing a hop, okay? So we're driving down right here, and we're gonna fake like we're gonna change directions. We're basically going to use a stunt. Ball and feet hit like this. Boom. What that's going to do is they're going to think we're doing this. Right there. We're faking that though. So when we drive down, we fake it by using our shoulders, ball and feet, hit it the opposite time. So it's right here, bang. Right hand, left foot, bang. We fake it, boom. 1, 2 long steps, and then finish on the opposite side of the rim. Walking through it one more time. I'm driving down, I fake the cross step, bang, and finish. Now let me show it to you full speed. Here I am, again, beat your primary defender, fake, 1, 2, and then finish at the rim. Those are 3 great finishing solutions against secondary defenders. Make sure you work on them so you can use them in games.